So, Gandhi said that the measure of a nation is the way it treats its weakest members. And I think it's a beautiful thing that in a society as rich and powerful as ours, we devote so much time and money and talent and passion to the care of our most vulnerable members, abused and neglected children. Imperfect though those attempts may sometimes be. It's a big, messy, sometimes impenetrable system which frustrates me most of the time, but also fascinates me. In things I learned about how this crazy foster care machine works, I give you engrossed substitute House Bill 1624. Passed in April of 2007, this law added several sections to the revised Code of Washington, all good and necessary things. Section 10, paragraph 15 of the law reads like this. The department shall consult at least quarterly with foster parents, including members of the Foster Parent Association of Washington State, that's FPAWS for short, for the purpose of receiving information and comment regarding how the department is performing the duties and meeting the obligations specified in this section regarding the recruitment of foster homes, reducing foster parent turnover rates, providing effective training for foster parents, and administering a coordinated comprehensive plan that strengthens services for the protection of children. Consultation shall occur at the regional and statewide levels. The way that this paragraph has been implemented in Washington State over the last 9 years is that Children's Administration, the Children's Administration Division of the Department of Social and Human Services, or DSHS/CA for short. So the department facilitates elections of foster parent representatives. These representatives meet quarterly with department staff about foster parent recruitment, retention, development, and support. The people in those meetings, social workers, the elected representatives, and members of FPAWS, and others, are called the Children's Administration Foster Parent Team, CAFT. Now, the way I found out about all of this is that you, foster parents of Western Washington, elected me to be your representative on the CAFT team. That's a great honor. Thank you. To be honest, I was nominated and elected without much of a grasp on any of that backstory, so I feel like I'm playing a bit of catch-up. So, let's catch up. I went to the first meeting of the CAFT team last week, and it did not go well. See, I had no idea what the meeting was about or for. All of that backstory about the law and the team I learned either at the meeting or since then. I knew I'd been elected to something, but I thought it was a group of a half a dozen foster parents who wrote an agenda for some other later meeting, and it wasn't that at all. There were more like 20 people there, and more than half of them were social workers employed by DSHS, and not frontline workers either. It was a room full of muckety-mucks, area administrators, regional programming people, and a deputy. Of course, I didn't know any of them. All I saw was a room full of people with DSHS name tags on, so I kind of thought I was in the wrong meeting, that I'd inadvertently walked into a staff meeting or something, but I found a seat and nobody kicked me out. And then somebody handed me a yellow legal pad and told me it was my job to take notes. Okay? Thinking that I had accidentally crashed a meeting, but willing to see how long it took for anyone else to figure it out, I just started keeping notes. We were going around the room reporting on RDS efforts in the different regions across the state, and then I learned later that RDS stands for Retention, Development, and Support. We went on with the reports, and I kept notes, and then it became my turn, and the facilitator looked at me and said, "And thank you for being here, Frank. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how excited you are to be here?" and then I peed in the jacuzzi. I explained that I had no idea what the purpose or agenda of this meeting was, or what my role was intended to be. I noted that I was one of 2 actual foster parents in the room, with one more on the phone, and that if the purpose of the meeting was for the department to consult with foster parents, we were not going to succeed because foster parents were not adequately represented. And I pointed out that my experience leading up to the meeting and my confusion in it was representative of a larger systemic problem in foster care that is unfriendly and sometimes even hostile to outsiders. Now, I was much less articulate than that in the meeting because I was mad and I was caught flat-footed. But I cussed more in the meeting, so maybe that helped. I don't know. So, here we are, caught all the way up. So I'm on the CAPFT team, and so Foster Parents of Washington State, we have an opportunity. I want to do a great job representing you. So I want to hear what you think about the ways that we recruit foster homes, reduce foster parent turnover rates, provide effective training to foster parents, and administer a coordinated and comprehensive plan that strengthens services for the protection of children. I'm at RD3 at skookumkids.org, and I'm always up for coffee or beers if you'd like to meet in person. As your elected representative, I think I want my agenda to be making foster care friendlier to outsiders, but it shouldn't be up to me. I want to hear from you. I've got 3 more meetings about CAPFT team business next week, so whether any of us likes it or not, I'm going to have a chance to deliver your feedback to people in positions of power. So I'm listening.